Don't expect or demand that your partner put you first in life. This is something a lot of us grow up believing in. This idea that our partner should make us their main priority, put us first, and basically put us on a pedestal in life. But here's the thing, it's actually incredibly unhealthy. It's a fairy tale thing. It comes from Disney movies and other crap that we watched when growing up, and it makes us believe that this is an okay thing and maybe even a healthy thing in relationships. But it's actually the opposite. It creates quite a few problems. And one of the biggest ones is that it makes you the source of happiness for your partner. If they place you as their main priority in life, then their happiness is going to be tied to you. And that's going to put you under a lot of pressure. Do you truly want to be somebody's source of happiness? Think about that. Like, seriously, think about that. Would you want to be responsible for somebody's happiness in life? If your answer to that is yes, then you probably have some work you need to do on yourself, because most people should not want that at all. It's too much pressure. Why would you want to be responsible for somebody else's happiness? That should be something that is their own responsibility to do for themselves. They should know what will make them happy, and they should go out there and do those things. They shouldn't rely on you for their happiness, because, well, one issue that creates is, then what if you become unhappy with them and you want to leave them? Well, now you're going to have guilt in the back of your mind, because you're going to think, oh crap, if I leave them, they're going to be devastated. They made me their source of happiness. So if I go, there goes their happiness with me as well. They're just going to be utterly destroyed. And that's going to make it hard for you to make a decision that may be better for you. Because if you're no longer happy with them, the right thing to do is pretty much to leave. But if you're feeling that guilt, then you may not do so. And now you're neglecting yourself for them. So that's just one problem that can come from them making you their main priority in life. But another thing that's an issue here is if your partner were to make you their main priority, it would probably make them a bit needy as well. Because, well, like before, now you're going to be their source of happiness. So they're going to do whatever they can to keep you in their life. So there's going to be neediness in that. And they're probably going to hit a point where they can't quite envision life without you. So it's just going to make them super attached to you. And while that may sound nice in theory, it's something that in practice is just not very great. In fact, neediness is one of those things that pretty much kills relationships. It's horrible. None of us really like neediness. In fact, the only people who actually do like neediness are unhealthy people, toxic people who thrive off of it, like manipulators and whatnot. They like getting into relationships with needy people because they're easy to control and manipulate. But healthy people do not want to be in a relationship with someone who's needy. So you shouldn't want your partner to make you their main priority in life anyway, because they'd kind of have to be a bit needy to do that without you wanting them to, or if you demand it or expect it of them and they abide by your expectations or demands, you could make them become a bit more needy over time. Not to mention the fact that that's incredibly controlling to demand them to make you their main priority. Like, there are a bunch of problems in that alone. But anyway, another issue with this is if you want your partner to make you their main priority, that's a bit selfish. Like, think about that. Why do you want that? That could come from you wanting validation from it. Maybe you want attention. Or maybe it's even an ego thing where you feel like you need to be wanted or loved by them. You need to feel that in order to feel fulfilled and happy yourself. But that means that you have some voids that you need to work on yourself. There's, a lot in basically in our cultures, we like to say that we are incomplete and we need somebody else to complete us, to fill that void in us. But here's the thing, if you have a void within you, you need to fill that yourself. Do not rely on a partner to fill that for you. That's an incredibly unhealthy thing, and it leads to codependency. So if you want your partner to fill a void within you, you have some work you need to do for yourself. You need to work on your self-love, and you need to place yourself first in your own life, and you need to just get to a place where you enjoy your own company. You shouldn't want your partner to place you first so that you feel wanted and desired and loved. It's not a good place to be. But anyway, healthy relationships in general are basically just two people coming together and wanting to share their lives with each other. That means they're going to have their own priorities already. And they're not going to expect either person to make them their main priority in life. They're going to know, hey, we both came into this with our own priorities, our own lives, and we just decided we really like each other and we wanted to share our lives with each other. And that's it. There isn't going to be any of this stifling them and with pressure to make your partner want or place you as their main priority in life. There won't be any of that. It'll literally just be two people sharing their lives that they already had before they met each other with each other, sharing their happiness together. It's not this pressure or this neediness of trying to contain them, to stifle them in this little box that you've created to make yourself feel good. There shouldn't be any of that. So I hope if you've gotten one thing out of this video, it's that you should work on yourself before you get into relationships. If you feel like you have any voids within you, you need to fix that on your own time while you're single before you get into a relationship. Because you just shouldn't expect your partners ever to make you their main priority. And you shouldn't ever demand that either. If if you've ever demanded that in the past or you would demand it now, that is just a really bad thing. That either means you were toxic back then or you're currently toxic now. Because I can tell you, if a woman were to demand that I place her as my main priority in life, I would just leave her right then and then. I'd be like, nope, not going to do it. Goodbye. You have issues you need to work on. I'm going to go over there and find women who are already where I'm at. I don't want to spend any time trying to fix you or deal with any of your insecurities. I'm just going to go find someone who has already worked on themselves. That's the way healthy people are going to think. And that's why it's so crucial that you work on yourself. Because healthy people probably aren't going to want to tolerate fixing you. It's not saying that they're bad people. No, they want to find someone who's already on an equal playing field to them. And if they've put in a lot of work to make themselves grow and become a better person, but you haven't, why would you ever expect them to stick around for you? That just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it truly doesn't. But anyway, I'll end this video here before I end off into ramble territory or end up stepping on a soapbox. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, the easiest way you can support me is just to like, comment, share, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!